And we are back for another episode of Twofortheculture. I'm Justin Devonte.
Stephen Ray.
Yes, sir. We're back.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like it's been longer than a week since
It does feel like it's been longer than a week.
Yeah, exactly.
It definitely does.
I guess because we didn't really get to hang too much this weekend. It's because your daughter's birthday?
Yeah, right. My daughter's birthday. Yeah.
How was that?
It was dope. We we chilled. We watched movies. We went to Dave and Buster's, and then got her a few toys, and then after that, she went with her mom and she did like the second part to her birthday.
Okay. Do you know what she did?
She went to some jumping place, and she didn't know it, but a couple of her friends were there, and she got more gifts there. Mm-hmm. So she had a very, very eventful weekend.
And how old is she now?
She's 9 now.
Oh, she getting old for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's definitely getting older, so that's dope. And she's just like growing. I was looking at my my photo album, mm-hmm. and just seeing like even just simply a year ago the difference in her height and her like the structural changes of her face. Mm-hmm. She has a new face every like 4 years.
I got you.
So,
right,
it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah. Does it feel like time's flying by?
When I look at the photos, when I look at the photo album, mm-hmm. it's like, like even when she was here, she's like developing. Like her brain is just it's at a different level. So like I'm just chilling, and I'm like, so what toy you want? And then she's scrolling on Amazon, and she's like, I don't like this. Girl, bye. Get out of here. I'm like, what the fuck? And then, I like this. Slay. Love it. I'm like, this is a whole girl.
Yeah, right.
Like, yeah, it's not a baby or anything. Mm-hmm. So it's hilarious to chill with her and see her personality like coming out now and starting to expand. So it's really dope.
Yeah, because this, the reason why I said that is because 9 years ago, of course, that's when you had her. But then another 9 years from now, she'll be an adult. So, wow. Yeah. So,
whoa.
Yeah. So now thinking about that, it's like, has time flown by since this time, since she was born? Then it's going to be, just as quick when she's an adult now.
Oh my God. That was 9 years ago. Wow, 18. 18 is crazy.
Yeah.
That's out of high school? Mm-hmm. Oh my God. And she got an early birthday. So she might be out by 17.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Or late. Early? Late? I don't know.
Right.
She's younger than most of the people.
Yeah, you're right. She'll be graduated by 17 because I graduated at 17. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Yeah, no. So I was just thinking about parenthood, how quick that flies by, and that's crazy. And you want more kids, right?
I do. I want like at least 2 more. I mean, hopefully I find a wife. I don't know.
No, I'm just thinking about how much older she'll be than to them.
I thought about that earlier today. I was like, if I want more kids, I kind of gotta have them now. Like,
you don't got to.
I don't have to, but I would prefer that because, I'm 33. So when they're 20, 53, I'll be 53. And then when they're 30, an actual adult, at 63. That's like a good age to be. So I rather, I don't know. I would have wanted it to play out like that, but I'm not sure.
Right. And worst case scenario, she can watch your babies.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that'll be wild. She'll have like a younger sibling. I can probably see her mom getting married or some shit before I do.
Okay. I mean, who knows?
Right. Who knows?
Do you want to be married?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm just saying within next. Is there a requirement for you to be married then have kids?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's.
I mean, requirement is pretty heavy, but I prefer.
Yeah, right.
Strong prefer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Strong prefer.
Yeah, I mean, of course, things don't happen the way they plan to.
Facts.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's the goal is to get married, then have kids. Because some people just like, hey, I'll have kids, and I'd never want to be married.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Hopefully I don't go down that way. Mm-hmm. I'm like in the middle right now. Mm-hmm. I feel like my soul wants a wife. I think I said this before. My soul wants a wife, but like, I don't know, man. I'm not sure. Like, especially like being on my own and stuff, and it's like I don't gotta think too much about everything. I love a companion. I love to like. It just seems like a lot is lost. Mm-hmm. When once it just got to be the right person. That's all it is.
Do you know what you're looking for? Well, I don't feel like you're really looking. You're not dating right to marry, right?
If I date anybody, it would be to. If I make anyone my girlfriend, I see like qualities of a wife in that person. It wouldn't be just to make that person a girlfriend.
Well, I guess my question is, and I understand that, is that if you go on a date, the idea is like, hey, I'm looking to find my next companion, or is it just to go on a date because I want some companionship? Because I feel like it's, how we've been hanging out lately. I feel like it's more like the companionship. Like, I'm just looking to have somebody to hang with more so than I'm looking to actually find a lifelong partner.
Yeah, anytime I've met a girl and we ended up actually dating, that wasn't the intention at first. I just know what I like. So like I usually come into it in a way.
Can you rephrase that? Because that sounds.
For instance, you're correct. Like in some way, I'm not necessarily looking for. So I'm very interested in connections. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like when you connect with somebody, it's a visual representation of a mirror of something about you, like yourself. If you understand what I'm saying. If I connect with somebody, there's something in them that I see that is mirroring from my energy.
Okay. I've never...
you never heard that before?
No. And not only that is I've not thought about that for myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So that I just think of it like that, and like certain connections are, it just kind of like speaks to who you are at whatever point of life you're at, for example. So like when you get with somebody, and by the time, unfortunately, if that relationship ends, then now y'all are at two different places. But in the beginning, y'all were probably mirroring certain things that was that y'all connected on. Mm-hmm. But you might grow apart and all that type of shit to where y'all aren't like you could grow out of something or be in two totally different places with somebody. But when you first met them, y'all were like there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I understand that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and now as I get, and I'm sure you probably feel somewhat similar, is now that I get older, it's growing apart is, I'm not gonna say much more difficult, but it's like phases of your life. Mm-hmm. And of course, I can't speak to really the future of whom I'm going to be. I would imagine that I'll just be like just a tier different from what I am now. Mm. But like what I wanted at 18 is completely different than not. I wouldn't even say completely different, but it's different than I would now. Or I see the world differently.
Right.
I'm sure it's going to be
that. You will attract different people. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. And I think when I was younger, I probably could have settled for, I'm not gonna say anything, mm-hmm. but I could have settled for less. Right. Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Like that, okay. You could have a certain amount of, let's say you go to a place and you have a certain amount of women there. Let's say it's 10 women there, mm-hmm. and depending on what place you are in your life, you will attract. Instead of this one, it would be her. Instead mm-hmm. of her, it would be her. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I just look at connections just like, what is this for? Like, what is I look at everything as like I don't know, damn near like it's already written in a way. Just like, what is this connection for? Like, what is this for? Like, for instance, let's say a while ago, I connected with a girl and she was like super spiritual. right? And nothing really went anywhere with that. But because she was so spiritual, after like talking to her for like a day or some shit, I all right, well, fuck it. This happened last week. All right, so yeah, last week I talked to somebody and super duper spiritual, like Erica Badu type looking person.
Do you like that?
I like pretty women.
No. Do you like the spirituality of Erykah Badu?
I don't really know Erica Badu, so I just said the look of.
Then I'm just saying, going off the vibe, I don't really know Erykah Badu. I'll answer the question. No, I don't like that. But go.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have a certain type, but
So she's like nature earthy, tree hugger. Gotcha.
Literally.
Yes.
So but she's very pretty, very 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 pretty woman. But no, I just had a conversation with her. It didn't go anywhere, like nothing crazy. And simply, it was just simply that, right? And like I said, I just look at everything like connections are just, they're supposed to be there. Like it's supposed to mirror something, you know, if I actually end up connecting with this person. So I talked to her for a second. We was on the phone for a little bit, whatever. It didn't really go anywhere at all. Boom. After that, really haven't heard from her or even like hit her up at all after that. It's like a mutual thing, but high bye situation. But what I will say is after I spoke to her, she, like I said, she was a very, very spiritual person, way more connected to, I don't know, things than I am. And I started to get curious. And right after I talked to her the next day, I was like, damn, you know, I be looking up a lot of shit. And there are certain things with me that happen that I feel like kind of like supernatural or whatever, that feels like I'm connected to God and all this. So I just went down a rabbit hole. And then I ended up finding like better ways to connect, like better ways to meditate, better ways to strengthen that connection, right? With me personally. And then I started to implement those. Then a day or two later, now the girl's gone, right? So now I'm just on this me thing. So then I started to implement those things, and I started to go deeper within myself, right? And I ain't telling anybody, but I'm not gonna go too deep. But there are a lot of things that happened with me in past relationships and past like things that I didn't think was traumatic for me, but was. And I was just trying to dive deeper into that, and I just found ways to deal with.
Was it painful when you dove deep?
Yes, it was like. And before I go to the second part and actually like dive into this, what I set that up for was to tell you, like, sometimes speaking to somebody ain't about getting into a relationship with them. Sometimes it's just like a connection that was supposed to happen for something else to happen. So that's how I be looking at stuff sometimes. So that's what I meant by it ain't necessarily all about like if I see a girl and I'm like, all right, am I gonna marry you? Like it's more so like, what is this even about? Or why did we even connect in the first place? So that's just how I look at things. Now, second part, this is just something that I feel like everybody should do, right? So I sat down and I had these things where I felt like I went through certain things that I didn't know that was like traumatic for real, but it's kind of like a rollover, like a snowball effect. Like you go through something and then for some reason, even if you forgive this person or even if you get through these things, it's like the symptoms are still there. It's like you got cured for COVID, but you still can't taste or smell. Right? So, and I didn't know why I still had these things in my head that was just still lingering. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna deal with it. Because when I looked up the spiritual stuff, it said like to connect closer to, you know, the divine spirit, whatever, you have to deal with your traumas because that's like in your body, it's stuck there, and in your cells. And I'm like, all right, so let me try that. So I sat down, and I feel like everybody should do this, bro. I sat down and I was like, why do I have these feelings? And then I'm like, okay, well, this person did this. And then you just keep asking yourself why. And this ain't just no simple like thing, right? And you have to be completely honest with yourself because it's not gonna work either other way. So I was like, okay, because they did this thing. Why did they do that thing? Well, because you did da 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 da. Why did I do that? Oh, because I'm skipping over the stuff that's like meant for me. I'll tell you after the podcast, and then I'll go to like the root of everything. Because I did blah blah blah. Why did you do blah 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 blah? And then I was like, because it was hard to like keep my word. Why was it hard to keep your word? Now, I'm saying this fast to you, but this was really hard for me to get to every single level of this thing. So every time I asked me a question, I got more emotional, and I had to search like for the answer, the real answer. Not like, oh, I just got distracted. Like, why are you getting distracted? Because I couldn't stay on task. Why couldn't you stay on task? Because I didn't what did I say? I didn't believe that I could stay on task. Why don't you believe that you could? You see how deep it's getting now? It's not even about the issue. Now it's like me. And then I said, so why don't I feel, by this time I'm crying. So I'm like, why don't I feel that I can finish a task? And then it got to, I don't, but what is it? I don't think I'm strong enough to, yeah, I felt I don't think I'm strong. Now, every time it goes down, now it's taking longer for me. I was sitting there for like 40 minutes with myself. So, and then I got to, I don't believe I'm strong enough to do what I say, basically. Why? I didn't believe in myself. Why? And then it got all the way down to, I didn't believe in God or God's plan enough. And that was the last thing. And then I was like boo-hooing at that point. It was just like, I felt like I was talking to God himself. Like, and that all came from me just saying hey to this girl.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So like some connections is meant for other things. So I'm just like open for that. But I think everybody should do that. I feel like I'm spiritually in a different place than like probably the past, I don't know, however many years, just from this past week alone. Because I realized like you can literally dig into yourself. And it wasn't just that traumatic experience, or I don't want to put too much on a traumatic, but like, because people really be going through shit. But that experience that kind of like stayed with me, it was the surface level thing. And I had to, when I got deeper into all of that and I like dealt with that and like cried about it and let all that stuff out, it opened my mind up to many other things that happened in my life, or many other setbacks that I did for myself, many other ways that I pulled myself down. And it just opened my mind to, oh shit, like this is all connected. Everything is connected. It ain't just about that situation. It's just like there was something going on with me. So yeah. Yeah, that was something that I went through last week.
Yeah, that's super dope to hear. That's a lot of self-reflecting. You know, I'm a self-reflective person. Not that I probably, in some moments, I've gotten deep with it, like trying to understand why my decision was that decision. I do that frequently, but maybe not keep on asking my question to that, keep on asking myself that question on why. But I'm like, why did I do that? Like, what made me behave in that manner that was like inappropriate, yada yada. So I do that, but maybe not into that depth. And I probably need to go there.
I've never done it. I was telling other friends about that. That's I've never done it. I read it. I was just trying to figure out how to get closer to like to be more spiritual and like try to, get a better connection. And it said to do that. And then I was like, I'll try. I was kind of scared to do it. Yeah, it was like you can't.
Who's this? Who's it?
I don't know.
Because I've heard this before. What you just said, I've heard it before. So that's why I asked that question.
Yeah. Remember how I told you? Well. I got it from just looking up on Google, and there was a whole bunch of things that pop up. So it'd be Reddit, this, that, other people telling their stories and things like that. And I told you before how I said how if I'm at like a crossroad or some shit, and I've been like this for a long time, that if I go left, or if I have a choice to either go left or right, I'm gonna like really think about that shit, and there will be like some chill or something that happens that I told you it feels like supernatural. That like if I look to the right and I get some type of chill or whatever, I'm going right. And I never knew why I had those things. And then when I had that conversation with her, kind of like I'm like, damn, I'll be going on rabbit holes about the grid going down and astrology sometimes or Earth and all this. I'm like, I ain't never did that for me. Like that thing that I feel, and then I'll start looking it up, and I'm like, it's a thing. Like there are many other people that have that thing, and it's called spiritual chills, and some people call it psychic chills. And I was, I don't know. Like I just went down a rabbit hole with that, and just like, I don't know. I'm just like a full firm believer that is not no normal shit. And I swear to God, when I was reading like how to get closer and shit, you would have thought I was in an ice bath. Like this, it has never been. When I sat there and I was meditating, my eyes was closed. I looked like one of the monks. And I was asking myself like why, and trying to go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. I have never felt a chill that strong ever. So like I'm connected to something, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a firm believer in that shit now. But yeah, there are a lot of other people that have that, and I feel like we just have to find ways to tap into that intuitive spirit. I feel like everybody got something, and more people. I mean, some people have different ways of feeling certain things or whatever. But yeah, I don't think it's just like some random thing anymore, especially after sitting there and like that was the strongest random thing ever was. Random thing is in like, yeah, sometimes I feel like God be talking to me. Sometimes I feel like I got like really good intuition and da 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 da. I feel like we need to like treat that shit like Harry Potter in a way. Like you go to this school and you develop this task, you develop this power or whatever you want to call it. Like I feel like we should be doing that in this lifetime rather than just saying like, yeah, sometimes I talk to God and da 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 da. Like how do you maximize that shit? So that's like some type of shit I've been on lately.
Okay. And you spitting. Yeah. There's something I wanted to add to the conversation, and it was when you talked about the free spirit lady that you met. And sometimes it's not about like why she entered my life. What was the purpose? Sometimes it can be like, why did you enter hers? Yeah. Because she's a being as well. So there's also sometimes she may not be able to lend to your growth, that person, whoever, but you can maybe lend to theirs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that was something I want to add, that like every person that enters your life could be in a learning lesson, but also you could be a learning lesson for them.
Absolutely. I definitely take that to I'm aware of that, which is why like platforms like this, I mean, the deeper I go with that stuff, most likely I will like save some things for me just to protect it, because I don't know where it's gonna go, but I am aware that at least like we have conversations sometimes but I do feel like I'm a vessel for something. So like other friends I have, I will like sit and talk to them and like tell them. I've only told one other person like what I just said, and I said that to him specifically to help him, like in whatever he got going on, and whoever else, or platforms like this, you know, I feel like that's kind of what it's for as well. Like the more I elevate mentally, spiritually, physically, like it's supposed to be on somewhat of a display. Because how else would I have known to do that if that shit wasn't, if I wasn't able to look it up, you know, or it find me in my frequency or whatever I'm thinking right now. So yeah, no, I definitely, I don't think I was much for. I didn't even talk to her about it because we ain't really like I said, that was like a high and by situation. But for people, I am aware of that I can possibly like change someone else's mindset or help do that. So I do try to like give whatever information I can because I be needing that shit.
Are you curious about her?
Not really.
Okay, I was just asking.
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah, she ain't gonna watch this, but yeah, she went live like one day, and it was just like nigga after nigga in the comments, and then she was like, just y'all blow some kisses for me when but before I leave, and it was just hella niggas blowing kisses. I was like, I'm out of here.
So why did that bother you?
I'm not gonna be one of these niggas.
I mean, I understand that. But,
yeah. We're just not.
What does that have? Why is that her fault?
It ain't her fault. No, I'm just saying like there's a certain.
But it sounded like it was a clear turnoff.
It was.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It ain't got nothing to do with her specifically. But I feel like, you know, some people you can have certain conversations with, and it can benefit both of you.
Right.
But it ends there.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
About it.
I mean, yeah. We don't know that though. We don't know God's plans. It's not like he just flipped you the script real quick so you can read over it. Like, oh, she's supposed to stop right here. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No,
we don't know anything.
That's a fact. That's why I said like I'm just very interested in like the connections in general. Like, what is this for? Because there are people that I've had conversations with, and then like that shit dead for 2 years, and then all of a sudden they pop back up and like, hey, what's going on? Now we're more friends than we were back then. So I don't know. I'm not looking for anything though. But I was just saying how like the butterfly effect, basically. Like,
okay. So
how crazy it is to.
So why do you think that bothered you?
Oh, that specifically?
Yeah. If we go into the whys. I
ain't in line. I ain't in line for nothing. No.
So you're saying you pretty much like, I value myself more to follow suit with what all the other men doing, but.
Yeah, I'm not finna be the fifth one.
Kisses. Yeah, you don't have to do kisses, but you can still be interested in her because, you know, for whatever reason.
No, for sure. I just wasn't gonna be in the seventh one.
Okay.
Like sending that.
But I feel like that was a turnoff in her to where you didn't want to reach out to her anymore.
No, it's a hey, and
okay.
Like I said, it's not a.
And this is a person you met here in Nashville.
I didn't meet anybody.
Okay, after this free spirit lady you was talking about.
I never met her.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just like some
internet shit.
Yeah, just internet shit.
Okay, I got you. Okay,
understood. Yeah, no, it wasn't nothing. Crazy.
All right, understood.
Yeah, no. You know, I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Some women, they're so beautiful, but like, I don't know. Not her specifically, but like anything that feels like you're I don't know. know. I don't know her like that, so I don't even want to group that in.
Yeah. I feel like it's just so much harder to meet somebody and get to know their spirit for real on the internet.
On the internet? Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Not for sure, but I mean, we had a conversation though, so like we was like on the phone. So I kind of like picked up on certain vibes and stuff. So it wasn't just like a
so when you first talked to her, it was like, yeah, this probably ain't gonna last long.
Actually, yeah. And then she hit me up randomly. Yeah.
And
she hit me up randomly, and then that sparked like us speaking, which sparked everything else. Okay. So I don't know why she did it. She don't even follow me. So.
Okay. What was she say? Hey, big head. What was the?
No, it's just hey. I don't know. Like something was funny. She sent it to me.
Oh, okay.
And it just sparked something.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah. So it wasn't that crazy.
Okay. So do you treat are you like that with ladies who you see around as like, hey, she's so beautiful, she's probably getting a lot of other men's attention, so you won't move in that direction?
No, anybody beautiful is getting hella attention. I don't think I ever want to see a girl's DM like ever, because it'll just like kind of hurt your heart a little bit. So I'm good on that. You know, the prettier the woman, you got to multiply by 10 or 100 of how much DMs they got. She said that too. She was like, I just get so many DMs and da-da-da. And I'm like, that's crazy. Now, it's a different world for a pretty woman on social media. Yeah, that's kind of like, that's too much. I feel like it's too much.
So do you feel like that messes up her head a little bit?
You just mean like them in general?
Like they getting so much validation. How can they put their stock into one person, knowing that there's so many other men that want them? Yeah,
you got to be like, sometimes I'm just kind of, I thought about that too. I was like, man, to see, to get replies from certain people sometimes over like the years, I thought about it. I'm like, these people probably got so many goddamn messages and shit. My blue check must like help a little bit, and even that ain't enough, because I'll be going on some people's pages like, oh, she's cute, the game like this photo, Nick Cannon follows this girl, Nick Cannon, first of all, he's knocking up everybody, but yeah, I'll see all that and I'm like, wow, it's that, I wouldn't say it's that easy, but like when you're pretty on social media, you're automatically marketed to like everybody. Damn.
I mean, Nick Cannon gets a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying.
Fairly good looking guy,
right?
With a huge amount of clout and is highly intelligent. So yeah, that makes sense.
It does.
But yeah, so I think that we're all one of ones, right? There's nobody like us. Our DNA is unique and different. So it's just what you connect to. So
that's why,
yeah. I think we all can get stuck in that place of where it's like, dang, she got, why is she choosing me? But at the same time, is you offer something, you're going to always, any person is going to offer something different than what somebody else will.
Right.
Yeah, because nobody grew up in your shoes. You have a different experience, a different mindset. So it's just what connects with you to that person, why they may want to stick around or not, and that's kind of the value that I know I bring. Is like, hey, I know I'm not going to be meant for everybody. I'm not going to be desired by everybody.
Right.
But I know the value that I do bring. I know the love that I do bring. I know the care that I do bring. Yeah. So, it ain't going to be for everybody, but I know I know I'm doing so much more. Than the typical. So I can sleep at night at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, for a fact. That's definitely how I live. So that's why I said, like, nowadays anyway, I just be looking at connections kind of differently. Just like, what is this for? What is and a couple previous connections that I had, I think that I was something for them, like in certain aspects. But that's definitely how I think about it. I'm not like like why did they pick me? I think maybe I was like that before, but yeah, nowadays it's more so what is this for? What's the grand scheme of things? Because it's always something. Like it's always something. When I get to know somebody, it's deeper than just a simple conversation. It's always like something that I self reflect on. I get to know a person. They do a couple things in their life that I wish I could get better at, or it's always some reason for these connections.
And do you think you're okay? Well, I'll answer my question. What I think is happening. I think that you're making a lot of connections. So that was just. I was going to ask you. Do you think you're making a lot of connections? I'm gonna just say I think that you're making a lot of connections. And is there a reason why one of those are not sticking?
Oh, out of the connections that I've had,
Yeah. Because there's been a lot of conversations, a lot of exchanging numbers, and I haven't seen one just penetrate through.
I mean, is it though? I mean, it's just like every now and then.
I mean,
so
you're making way more connections than any other average dude would.
Let's calm down a little bit.
No, that's the truth of the matter.
Average dude.
Like I think it was something like, a man, and I'm overstating the number. An average man will never sleep more than 7 women, and I think I think I'm overstating the number. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not out there.
I'm just bringing that to set the stage. So, if that's the case, then the amount of chances they have to exchange numbers are significantly less than what you had over since you've transitioned to a different setting.
You talking like Reysosilly?
No, I was talking about here. And yeah, for sure. So I'm just saying, like, some of those connections is like, okay, is it because you're not at a place to want something stronger? And that kind of sets me to the original question of when I asked about, like, are you dating to marry?
I mean, like I said, I like what I like. So usually when it comes to a point, which is, it only happened twice in the past, maybe 3, but 2 to 3 times in the past, 10 years that I was in a 6-year relationship. So that's 6 years off top, just gone.
That's a very long time.
Yeah. So gone as in not in a negative sense, but just like you skipped 6 years out of that alone.
How do you feel about sorry to cut off and talk to something different. How do you feel about 6 years in general, like being in a relationship with somebody and it not be the ending that you wanted? Is it like, are you somewhat resentful of?
No,
like, damn, I wish this was at least 4. You know what I mean?
Resentful of the amount of years.
Well, because you got the 6 years, then you got healing.
In fact.
Yeah. So you got that too.
Yeah.
And if you really come to a place of healing, I'm sure it is at one point. I don't know if you're fully there, but
no, I am.
Okay.
I'm definitely there. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not resentful at the time. That was a very transitional time period for me, and I'm glad that happened then. Because if it happened later, I just wouldn't want something like that to happen later. Like the amount of lessons that I learned in that relationship were just grand.
Did you ever want to leave?
Leave her?
Yeah.
I was so committed that anytime that I thought I just want to be to myself, I would talk myself out of that. Yeah. So if we weren't in if we weren't seeing eye to eye, if things just weren't going well, then I would say these things to myself like I'm in it till I'm out of it, and which means I'm fully in this shit. I'm not finna tell myself that I'm gonna break up, but I was that committed to the relationship that anytime those thoughts of how I say like your words become reality, it started then, like in that relationship, and I would visually see if one day I'm like, I can't deal with this girl, that day would be that. And then there were days where I would wake up where I say, I don't know if this shit gonna work out, and I'm like, no, words are real. If I want this shit to work, it's gonna work. And I would try 5 times harder that day, and that day would be a total different outcome. So when it came down to like, man, breaking up and all that, I would talk myself out of it and say something super positive to myself to like veer me back on the path of commitment.
Yeah, and people talk about, and that's where I disagree with the line of like words of affirmation, like just speaking into existence, and like I feel like you're also blinding yourself to reality to a certain level. Like
to a certain level.
Yeah, you can't speak. You can't speak everything into existence. And that's just the nature of the beast. Yeah. Some things there's gonna be roadblocks. Yeah, so It's not gonna be like everything's gonna be good as gold as long as I think it is. Yeah, I mean, so I'm saying that to say it's like if I'm in prison, I'm in prison. I can't speak like I'm free. So you got to lend yourself to the reality situation. And I'm not saying that it's easy to say when it didn't work out, but it's also, I still want to live. I don't want to still live foolishly and be like, hey, this relationship is going to build, it's going to work. I know it is. And then you still, and you're still gonna, you're still gonna have the shortcomings of the person that maybe not match who you are. Yeah.
No, I mean, no, that's a fact. So I mean, yeah, there's always a sense of reality with that, but I visually see it all the time with multiple different relationships. There are things that are in girls' heads that shit just plays out. There are things that people can get in a person's ear. That's all they think about. Boom, that's what the relationship is. So there is a line between like being optimistic and just the reality of the situation is y'all probably love each other differently. You probably the harsh truth is like maybe there's somebody out there better for both of you. Yeah, so you gotta figure that out too. Yeah, but life is just, I don't know.
Do you feel like you at some point did you see it coming? Like, yeah,
all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all the time throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how many times that girl wanted to break up with me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like that shit was all the time, and I sat with myself too, and went through that whole thing. The ending of that relationship. It ended exactly how I thought of myself, without saying too much about the end of the relationship. Like everything that happened, that's exactly what I thought about myself. Well, I just had to tell you after.
Oh, okay.
But like,
I got you.
Yeah, like certain ways how it played out. It's just like I had to think about it. I'm like, damn, it's like you go to a basketball game and you didn't prepare for the basketball game. You ain't hooped in 2 weeks, but these people on the other team, they've been training every day. And then you see them, and you actually might be the same. You might have the same skill as them. They actually needed to keep up with you. But because you see them, and then you're like, once you get in your head, and you're like, damn, they're so much stronger than me. You're gonna play weaker. There's so much yeah. So once you finally lose the game, like you've been lost before you even got on the court.
And there's a lot of truth, and that's what people say. You're playing to the level of your competition as well. It's like if some people, if they're going against a weak team, they don't play as hard or yada yada. But it actually, you saying that, just thought about why I have my own struggles in a relationship. Is and I want to see if you agree with me on your relationship. Is that, do you feel like your partner doesn't dig deep within themselves enough the times that you was in it, like the long-term relationship?
Dig deep enough,
like just about themselves and self-reflect and like wondering, because it's like the times that you're like, hey, I feel like she wants to give up all the time, or whatever. Sometimes I can apply it to my own relationship and be like, are you willing to go deep enough into yourself and to figure out who you truly are?
I think there are certain points with everybody where you're gonna have to meet that version of yourself. So even where I am today, I wasn't when I was with her. Like me sitting there and trying to figure out where's this trauma coming from. Where I didn't go that deep back then. Plus, I wasn't even taking care of myself for real to even like get to the point of even doing it. And I think it was the same thing sort of on, well, she was taking better care of herself. But yeah, I think we both were it was different for both sides, but she could have done better and I could have done better with that, of reflecting and figuring that out, But again, like in that span of my life, that's something that I recently had to, like figure out why, because there were many things that I could have improved on and just didn't. And I knew what was wrong. I knew exactly what was wrong. I knew, the things that I needed to improve on. It was like right there. It was just blatant. And I just would not get to the point of getting there. And again, like a lot of that was taking care of myself and being true to myself. So I think everybody just has to get to a certain point with that. That could be age, that could be traumatic events, that could be, you walk outside, see God himself. I don't know. But in that relationship, we both had a hard time on both sides to like correct those things on a deep level of getting to the point of being that person that we needed to be for ourselves, which would reflect to the other person.
Understood. We got one more conversation because
No, I'm cool. Damn.
Yeah, no, exactly. Because at some point I was like, I haven't even talked about my own weekend, but I was like, man, my stuff is not important compared to the conversation. But it was all right. But we can talk about it next week. Yeah, no, it was actually cool though. But the last one, because we were talking about marriage and relationships, is Halle Berry, first husband.
Yeah.
His name was David Justice. I wasn't familiar with him. He's a former baseball player, but he divorced Halle Berry because she didn't cook or clean.
Yeah.
Hearing that, do you think that's? I'm sure there's more context to it. But just off of that, how does that? Does that sound crazy to you, or is that like?
I wonder what the cleaning situation was.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like you didn't clean the whole house, or
right.
Your side of the bed looks crazy.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Your room looks fucking wild. Or there's tissue in the bathroom floor. Like, I don't know what that was, but I kind of see it two ways. Like, I don't know. Some things can just be like done with a maid.
Right.
So like I grew up, my mom didn't cook all the time, and so I don't even look for that in a woman. It's nice. It's a cherry on top, but I never experienced the home cooked meal every single day. So like, if she say she don't feel like cooking, I get it. I get it. I don't either. You know. So but the I don't know. That's a toss up. I don't know exactly fully what he meant. How you feel about it?
There's a lot of things that I think about is I'm on the same fence as you as in terms of like, okay, what is cleanliness and what does that look like?
Yeah.
But as far as cooking and cleaning, she's Halle Berry, so she can afford everything that you can afford. Mm-hmm. So why does she need to cook or clean? Like I can understand if if she's a stay-at-home mom, I'm like, okay, what are you bringing to the table? But if she can purchase, like, at the end of the day, it's time efficiency. If she's making a lot of money, then that's dedicating her time to cooking and cleaning is just like inefficient to what she got going on too. Like cooking and preparation takes a very long time.
Right.
Yeah, it's not just no thing that you can just pop in the oven for 15 minutes and it's done. No, that's hours.
Yeah, I think maybe that's just his love language.
Yeah, and why didn't you know that? Like at the end of the day, you kind of blame yourself for that too. And I'm not saying that he didn't, but if that's what matters to you most,
yeah,
well, it depends on, he may not have truly known himself, but I think those are very hard standards, and then I'll have to listen to the interview because that's an absolute for you. Mm-hmm. You're a baseball player. You play 100 and something games a year, 100 and something games a year. Mm-hmm. So how often are you at home? Why is this an absolute?
Yeah, it sounds like, I don't know, like he either grew up and that was the thing, or that's one of his love languages. I think that's kind of what that is.
Yeah.
Do you think going back on the other stuff we was talking, do you think it's easy for couples to dive deeper to find like that inner thing that we were talking about of trying to be better on both sides? Do you think one side is usually like,
yes?
Yeah.
And that's partially untrue, because I know men that don't just really dig deep in themselves at all, and they're very selfish, and so they don't realize they're as much as a problem as anybody else is. So, but it's kind of unfair because I have a lot of friends that look within themselves, and so I'm looking at it at a different angle, and I know women that are too, but they're the other women that I speak to. They're older. They've been in relationships. Most of them are married or been married, so it's just completely different.
Do they say that they had to do that type of stuff like later in life, or compared to your age?
I don't know the answer to that question, but then I see, my own relationship and her friends is like, it doesn't feel like most of them do that. I could be completely wrong in that. Yeah. But I don't, it's kind of, it's I feel like it should be more self-reflection than what I see. But then again, I don't know them like that, and I don't have that conversation with them like that. So I literally I'm just guessing, and how there's, you can see how people move. You can see somebody, hey, he looked drunk, but maybe he just, you know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe he just, whatever, maybe he just got on different shoes or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. But, and that's what it is. It's like, how they move doesn't look like it's much self-reflection on their side. But I truly don't know.
I think it is.
And then I feel like it should feed off more. Yeah. Like there's a level of we kind of feed off on each other. It was like, hey, you know what? You should move like, or you should, you like, we check each other in a way. Like, nah, that's not good for you, or you shouldn't be doing that, or you should try this. I mean, we talk about it on the podcast all the time, and it could be a lot of not doing that, or like not checking your own friends, to where it could be that too.
Yeah, I do feel like well, when I really like truly think about it, I only have those certain type of conversations with certain people.
Yeah.
So, and then plus I have to know somebody for a while, damn near, to or it has to be a certain type of energy within me and the person I'm talking to even be able to speak about those things. So maybe some people do that, because I've heard that before of people saying, I'm working on myself, I'm da 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 da. But sometimes I feel like people just like throw that shit out there. Just throw that saying out there, working on, usually like single women after a breakup, that's the first thing that I kind of hear. It's like, I've just been working on myself. I've da 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 da, and I just don't know what that truly means for real. But it depends on the person.
Yeah. And in terms of, if we can kind of close here soon, but and back to that positive affirmation thing, is like, when I speak to people, I kind of speak humbly in a sense. Like, maybe if I'm talking a lot, it can maybe get arrogant or confidence, or it seems like he knows a lot. But I try to be like, make myself less than, like, but I think highly of myself in my mind. Yeah. So I'll be like, I'm dumb, or I'll say something like that. And to me, they be like, you're supposed to speak, yourself into existence, king. I'm like, I don't be that deep with it, because I know how much I value myself in my mind. You know what I mean? But humbly, I'll try to come off humble. Like, hey, it may be the night, I'll say a lot. Like, maybe this is the naive side of me. Maybe it's because I don't have a lot of experience. And then I'll state my point. Yeah.
I see, you're just saying, like, you kind of do that for yourself, but not.
No, I do that for other people, so they don't feel like I feel like I'm stepping on toes or boundaries.
Right. No, I'm saying like you do the affirmations, that type of ordeal, like more for yourself, but not like in kind of like you're not going to a table and saying like, I'm a king.
Yeah. But
you might leave the table and be like, these niggas. Like that.
Okay. In a sense, pretty much.
Yeah. I kind of. I'm here and there with that, but yeah.
Because I'd be like, bro, why do I care about their opinion?
These peasants.
No, yeah. Like, it's a saying in the.
What LeBron said.
Game of Thrones.
Lion.
Yeah. But that was a Game of Thrones reference. It's like, the lion doesn't worry about the opinions of a sheep.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so that was a Game of Thrones reference, which is phenomenal saying. Yeah, because that's very true. Like, a lion ain't gonna worry about how a sheep feels about him. Yeah. You're a lion. Why would you care?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I kind of take that mantra with me a little bit.
Yeah, no, that is a good one. Yeah, I heard something else like that too. I forgot the other one, but that
in my mind. But I try to be humble and be like, Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. Chris Brown used to dance battle people, and then eventually he stopped dance battling people because he was like, "Why the fuck am I? I'm Chris Brown." Yeah, and he said something like that. Yeah. So which makes sense. It's like, you got this type of thought process and way of thinking. Like, why even do that? So I agree with that.
All right, I feel like we did it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is Two for the Culture. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Yes, sir.